Good morning. I'm still reporting on the most important coming event in history. So those of you who pay attention to the third and final introductory slate in these reports may note that a Bible verse is displayed that is pertinent to our current situation or helpful to daily life in general. Well, you may have noticed that for the last week we have, for the first time, displayed Isaiah 17:1 over and over again. This concerns the destruction of Damascus in present-day Syria. Damascus claims to be the only major city in the Middle East to have never suffered a destruction, and by destruction we mean complete and utter destruction that is chronicled in the Bible, for example concerning Jerusalem. The vast majority of biblical scholars believe that Damascus has never seen a complete destruction, a fallen ruin, according to Isaiah 17:1. Why is this important? Because if this is truly prophetic, and I doubt there is any reputable biblical scholar who would call into question Isaiah's claim of being a 100% true prophet of God the Father, then this prophecy is yet to be fulfilled. And that may mean that the rise of the Antichrist cannot occur until Damascus is destroyed to the point where it could accurately be called a fallen ruin. And why is that important? Because nearly 1,000 generations of Christians are on the record for believing that the return of Christ to vanquish Satan forever will come in their lifetimes. And that which has been hoped for has not yet come to pass. Many Christians see the rise of Chinese totalitarianism to be so well planned, so successfully implemented by its so-called elite capture strategy, that they believe the end is certainly near. So it's hard to find hope in these times, especially when we know that the Biden family is completely captured by the Chinese Communist Party, and therefore everything that they do is in accord with Chi-Com long-term strategy, namely to weaken and ultimately defeat not only the United States, but Western civilization in general. We see this playing out in real time today as Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has just assumed the unchallenged powers of dictatorship in putting down the Truckers' Freedom Convoy in Canada. So this causes real concern among Christians. Is Isaiah 17:1 a true prophecy? If so, then is it the final stop sign warning of this oncoming world dictatorship? Is there still hope for success in fighting the Chi-Com gambit, for destroying the West and bringing about a Chinese New World Order? We believe there is still hope, and at the core of this hope is Isaiah 17:1. Damascus has not yet been destroyed into a fallen ruin. That's why this verse is so important. And its importance is underappreciated because all other prophetic warnings may have been fulfilled at this point in time. There is one commentator, according to the website gracethroughfaith.com, a commentator named William MacDonald, who says that Isaiah 17 has been fulfilled when the Assyrian armies in 732 BC conquered it. However, this objection has been directly, and we believe forcefully, countered by gracethroughfaith.com itself. Damascus was conquered by the Assyrians, as your commentary states, but it was never destroyed to a point where it was no longer a city and became a heap of ruins in the manner Isaiah 17:1 describes. In fact, Damascus makes the claim of being the world's oldest continuously inhabited city, the world's oldest continuously inhabited city. Isaiah 17 awaits a future fulfillment. Does this mean that the Antichrist cannot defeat world Christendom first, and then the signal of the destruction of Damascus would be the final warning that Christ's return was imminent? Possibly, but this is way above my level of biblical scholarship. Please feel free to weigh in the comments section below. However, we choose to believe that this surge by the minions of Satan went way too far and too fast. Yes, that is one of the best ways to overcome a sleeping opponent, but at least half of us in the United States were not sleeping. We warned everyone who had ears to hear. So we choose to believe that we can and will turn this back and become stronger for it. That may not be the correct answer. However, since the Bible asks us to be hopeful as ever, this is what we choose to devote the remainder of our lives bringing to fruition. Therefore, rejoice on this Sunday, the first day given unto the Lord. As long as Damascus is an inhabited city, we can defeat this latest gambit by the literal minions of Satan. We can be not just hopeful, but even assured of victory. We are also safe to proceed in teaching our children to fight for their freedom, in turning back this, the most evil-filled, worldwide coup ever attempted in human history. Jesus is alive, and the fields are literally ripe for the harvest of souls. And as an added bonus, we all have the Holy Spirit to guide us along if we humbly seek it. And here is my hat tip to the Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Blacksburg, Virginia, for their pursuit of the old way of true osteopathic medicine. I'm still reporting from the Citadel of World Freedom. Good day.